Hi, what's up guys, it's Jono here, back at you with another training tutorial right here. Feel free to connect with me on Facebook. My Facebook page is facebook.com/JonoArmstrong1980. Just add me as a friend and we can chat on here. I'm on Facebook a lot of the time, so if you got any questions or you just want to hook up, then just send me a chat, send me a little message, and I'll try and help you out. So today I want to talk to you about autoresponders, and this is the next step in the journey after you've mastered review videos. Okay, that was the previous video. If you haven't already mastered the art of making a review video and setting up bonuses, then I strongly suggest that you do that before you get into email marketing. Okay, email marketing is the next step on from that, and we're going to be using review videos in pretty much every single one of our promotions that we're going to be emailing. So I strongly suggest you go and master email marketing, review videos. Okay, if you want to know where that tutorial is, then click on the link down below in the description. It's got all of my beginner training there, and there's also a link below that with all my more advanced training there. So go to the beginners training link and check out launch jacking. Okay, the module's called launch jacking. Okay, master that. Now, why do we do email marketing? Well, basically it's a way of having your own following, just like you do on Twitter or Instagram, and it's a way that you can get in touch with those people who have subscribed to your email list, and it's also a very, very effective way that you can promote different offers to these people, because you know that they're interested in the stuff that you're promoting, and a large percentage of those people will actually buy whatever you're promoting. Just to give you an example, if I go to my Warrior Plus account, I did a promotion just over 12 hours ago for a product called Genesis, and you can see here that my YouTube video got me 2 sales. So if you're just doing the launch jacking method with YouTube, that's fine, but you're not going to get rich doing it. Okay, you need to be including a mailing list with this and sending your own subscribers to your review video. Now, as you can see from my tracking code from my mailing list, I made 9 sales, so there's a big difference there, and that's why I do email marketing. Basically, it's traffic on tap, and yeah, depending on how many subscribers you have, then you can make a lot of money. There's most of the big affiliates out there, they have upwards of 20,000 people on their email list, and from what statistics say, the average email subscriber is going to be worth $1 per month to you. So obviously if you have 20,000 people on your mailing list, you can expect to be making around $20,000 every single month. Now, my emailing list is not that big right now, it's growing slowly, and but I'm still making some good progress, and when I do ramp this up to like 20,000, 30,000, I can be expecting to make a lot of money. So I strongly suggest you do get into email marketing after you've mastered review videos. Now, the average subscriber is going to be worth $1. Okay, that's the average subscriber. Now, most people are looking for free stuff, they're looking for free tutorials, they're looking for handouts. But there's another type of subscriber that you really need to be going after, and that's called the buyer subscriber. Now, the difference is the buyer subscriber buys information. Okay, they understand that in order to fast track themselves to get to where they want to be, they buy information, because bought information, you know, is so much more valuable. There's so much more golden nuggets and tips and tricks, and you can really get a head start by buying information. So these people understand that. Now, if you're building your list using these buyer subscribers, then you can expect an average of $10 to $15 per subscriber per month of these buyer subscribers. So they're really the type of subscriber you want to be going after. Now, I'm not going to talk about how to get these subscribers in this tutorial, because I've already made tutorials about that. In the second link in my advanced training down below, there's a whole tutorial about doing that. But for the time being, I'm just going to talk to you about different autoresponders that are on the market, and the different prices, and the autoresponder that I'm using is called Getresponse. The reason I chose to go with Getresponse over Aweber is because, first of all, when I started out, Aweber were asking me to do confirmed opt-in for the first month, and I was buying a lot of solo ads at the time, so it wasn't really viable for me to do that. Now, Getresponse, you don't have to do confirmed opt-in. Now, confirmed opt-in means that when somebody subscribes to your email list through your opt-in page, which is basically a little page that says something like, would you like to know how to make $150 a day? Get my free video training course below. And then name, email, sign up. Okay, so they enter their name, their email address, they sign up. Now with confirmed opt-in, they automatically get sent an email from Aweber which says, are you sure you want to opt into this person's email list? Now, by that time, they've already got the free training, and it just sounds pretty, it's a bit of a turn off. If you get an email saying, are you sure you want to subscribe to this person's email list, you might think twice about actually subscribing. So the opt-in rates go down a lot if you have this confirmed opt-in on. Aweber requires it to be on for the first month, and that's the reason why I didn't go with them. I went with Getresponse. The other reason I go with Getresponse is because they have a ton of different automation features. You can re-email people who don't open your emails. You can automate moving people to different lists and stuff like that. So that's why I went with Getresponse, and all of my email tutorials, my email writing tutorials, my autoresponder tutorials, and all my campaign tutorials, I'll be doing inside Getresponse. So if you haven't yet got an autoresponder, I would recommend getting Getresponse, and there is a link down below if you want to pick that up and follow my tutorial step by step using that. So Getresponse, there's a few different price packages. All of them go up depending on the amount of subscribers you have. The $10 a month package gives you a list size of up to 1,000, so you can have up to 1,000 subscribers there. And then you can go for the next package up, which is $32 a month, and that's up to 5,000 people. This is the one that I'm personally using at the moment. And then obviously the more subscribers you get on the list, then the higher price you're going to pay. But if you've got 10,000 subscribers on your list, you can expect to be making around $10,000 a month. And $110 a month out of that $10,000 is not going to make a big dent. So just go up a package depending on how many subscribers you manage to get. Aweber's pricing are pretty similar as well. 0 to 500 is $19 a month. It's actually a bit more expensive. 501 to 2,500 is $29 a month. Again, more expensive. Okay, but a lot of people use Aweber. A lot of people swear by it. They say that it manages to get the inbox. Your messages manage to hit people's inboxes better than they do with Getresponse. But I'm doing okay with Getresponse so far, so I'm not going to move over. But the choice is yours. There's also MailChimp. Some people use MailChimp, but I really don't recommend it if you're going into the internet marketing niche, the make money online niche. MailChimp hates it and they will shut you down. Okay, I've heard a lot of horror stories about that. If you're going into the dog niche or you're going into the fitness niche, it's perfect, and it's actually way cheaper. Well, for the first 2,000 subscribers, it's free. After that, it ends up being a little bit more expensive than Getresponse and Aweber, but after you reach 2,000 subscribers, if you're using MailChimp, then make sure that you export all of your subscribers, and then you can import them into Getresponse or Aweber. So that's another option for you, but steer clear of that if you're into internet marketing, make money online, and stuff like that. There's also self-hosted autoresponders. Now, what these are is it's a plugin that you get for WordPress, so you can email people directly from your blog. But it sends out via API, and it sends out via a different server, which is called SendGrid. Now, this actually works out a lot cheaper. So if you have 2,000 contacts, it's free. 3,000 contacts, it starts $10 a month, and that goes all the way up to that goes all the way up to 15,000 contacts. When you hit 15,000 contacts, you'll be charged $20 a month, by which time you'll be making $15,000 a month. $20 won't really mean a thing. The only problem with SendGrid is you don't get all the automation features that you do in third-party autoresponders like Getresponse or Aweber. It's a bit more technical to set up. But again, the SendGrid, it's been known to inbox Yahoo and Hotmail email addresses a lot easier than Getresponse and Aweber, so it's maybe something to think about later on. So the first thing that you need to do when you actually set up your autoresponder account, if you're using Getresponse, is go to contacts and you want to make a list. You want to make your first list. Now, I would recommend, first of all, if you're doing some kind of campaign to grow your emailing list using some kind of free product that you've made, well, I actually advise that you make your own free product. Okay, personally, I have a 5-part video training series that I give away for people in exchange for their email addresses, because people's email addresses are quite valuable. They don't just give them away, all right, without having some kind of proper value in return. They're worried that they're going to get spammed, or that's really the main concern. So they're only going to give you their email address in return for something that is actually valuable. So don't go out and give away some crappy free PDF. People don't want that. They're looking for video training courses. They're looking for tutorials, quick tutorials. So if you've had any kind of success online, then make a little case study about it, a couple of videos, that's all you need, and then use that as your giveaway in exchange for people's email addresses. If you haven't had any success online yet, then you should look into PLR, private label rights. I'm not going to go into detail on that because there is a ton of tutorials, again, down in the second link down below, the advanced training. There's a course, there's a whole tutorial about making your own digital product. Even if you don't know a thing about online marketing, or you don't have any experience, you can still make a product using that tutorial. So check that out. Use these things as your lead magnet. Use these things to exchange for people's email addresses. Go out there and get traffic on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. All of these social media platforms are great for getting traffic and giving away stuff for free in exchange for an email address and building your list like that. Again, there's a ton of tutorials down below if you want to know traffic methods to get people onto your email list. But that's basically how it works. So you set up a list like this one. You just go to create list. You make the name of your list congruent with the thing that you're giving away. For example, here, course free launch jacking, and that's it. You set that up, and then you would go to forms. Now, I use this for my my bonus pages. So when people buy a product via my link and then they want to get my bonuses, then they'll be given this form. I'll just show you what it looks like. If you're online, you could actually use these in the beginning as your opt-in forms, but to be honest, they are very, very, very basic and they don't really look that good. So again, I got tutorials down below about how to make a professional looking email capture form, a professional looking opt-in page. But if you're just getting started and you want to get started ASAP and you don't know how to do any of that stuff, then you could just come to forms. So you go down to forms and surveys, create a form. There's a ton of templates there, and you just make a simple form, something like this. So people would enter their name and they'd enter their email address, and then they'd start going through onto your lists that you've created in contacts. Now, the next thing you need to do before you start getting any traffic to these contact forms is you need to make an autoresponder. You need to have a series of emails that go out over a period of time, really trying hard to make an impression on people, make a good impression onto people. I'm just going to show you an example of what I'm talking about here. Okay, here we go. Because there's two things that you want to achieve by doing this. The first thing is you want to condition people to going to their email, email inbox and opening their emails. You want to condition people to doing that. And secondly, you want to make a good first impression on people so that they're actually going to remember who you are. When you start promoting to them or you start sending them emails, they're going to look in their inbox and they're going to see your name, and you want them to be thinking, oh, okay, I know who this guy is, I like this guy, he's sent me a good, valuable training course for free, I'm going to open his emails. Rather than they see your name in their inbox and they think, who the heck is this guy? Delete, mark as spam, unsubscribe, all the bad things that you don't want to happen. So you need to make sure that you're making a very good first impression, and you can do this by writing your very first email that gets sent out to them in a way that you're introducing yourself. So for example, this email here: hi friend, first of all, huge thank you for buying via my link. I'm glad you found my review helpful. Have you checked my bonus package yet? You should have been sent it right away as soon as you signed up. If you have any issues accessing your bonuses, please drop me a reply. I'll be happy to help. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is John Armstrong. I've been quietly raking in online dosh since 2007. I've experienced the highs and lows of making a full-time living with a laptop lifestyle, and with all my experience, I'll be more than happy to help you along your journey. So don't hesitate to drop me a line anytime you get stuck or need advice. Now, apart from the bonus package that I made for you, I have something else for you. I made a special free 5-part video training course showing you exactly how I make $200 per day online. If this is something you're interested in seeing or learning, then you can access it here. Thanks again and welcome to my tribe, Jono. So they then have a link to download my free 5-part video training course, and then they automatically, if they do opt into that, if they do open that link, then they automatically will be put onto a different list. Now, I made another list called course free launch jacking. This is all to do with my free giveaway. And then I have a series of follow-up emails. Now, I wrote all of these emails before I even started sending traffic to my capture page, so this is all going to go out automatically without me having to worry about it. Now, the reason why I do this is two reasons. Again, I'm conditioning people to go to their email. The first 4 days, I'm sending them some valuable emails. I'm giving them some tips and tricks. I'm asking them how they're finding the free course, etc., etc. Starting from day 4, I start promoting my paid version of the free course. So the free course is just like an overview about how I'm doing this stuff, and it also has some statistics in there, and it also has some income proof and stuff like that. So it gives people a general idea about what I'm doing. Starting from day 4, I start promoting my paid version of the course, which is $11, and it goes into a lot more detail about, step by step how to do what I told them in the free course. Okay, now I'm sending out 2 emails a day, one in the morning, one in the evening, and that goes on for 9 days. Day 8 and day 9, I get a little bit kind of pushy with my product, but I say, look, if you're not interested in it, it doesn't matter. You can always unsubscribe from my list, or if you don't want to unsubscribe, I'm not going to bother you anymore about my product. I'm just going to move you over to a different list where I'll be sending you different bits of information about affiliate marketing and promotions. So I tell them that what I'm going to be doing, and I give them the option to unsubscribe anytime they like. So this is an 8-day autoresponder, an 8-day email sequence. So I made all of this in advance, and that goes out automatically when people sign up. Now, if people do buy my paid course on, say, day 5, I don't want them to be receiving any more promotional emails promoting my paid course on day 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I automatically move them over to a new list, which is dedicated to those people who have bought my course for $11, and this is called Course Review Video. Now if I just go into that autoresponder, you can see that I have 8 days worth of emails. Again, the first kind of the first 4 days are all tips and tricks and helpful emails about, you know, helping them out with their review videos. Day 5, 6, 7 and 8, I'm actually promoting the next upsell of my course, which is $17, where I talk about ranking videos, ranking their review video on YouTube on the first page. Again, if people buy that on day 5, then they get automatically moved over to another list, which is all about video ranking videos, giving tips and tricks, and then upselling them onto the second upsell of my digital product, which is all about email marketing. Okay, and then they automatically would go onto those lists, and at the same time they would go onto my generic list, which I've called Jono_Armstrong. Now again, I have a ton of emails which I pre-made for this, so 38 days worth of emails. They don't go out every single day. You know, as you can see, day 5 there's nothing, day 7 there's nothing, you know, there's a break in between, and this is all valuable stuff, valuable emails giving out tips and tricks again. Now when it comes to promoting, I use something called newsletters. Now this is something that you can just create a newsletter here and you can send that out instantly. So I do this with all of my promotions, and I do this with a lot of my free training stuff as well, where I send out to everybody who's on my list. Everybody who's on my list is on the list that's called Jono_Armstrong. That's why it's called a generic list. So that's where I do all of my promotions. If you want to check out, let's just have a preview of what one of my promotions looks like. So I have a bit of a story about struggling with making money online, and then I go into promoting an affiliate product, which is called Genesis, which is the one I just told you about before in my stats here. And then I have this clickable video where people can click and go through to my bonus page and check out my review video, which is everything that I talked about in my previous tutorial. And they go through, check that out, watch my video, see what the product is all about, and then they can go through and click on any of these yellow buttons and go through to the sales page and buy it. And when they do, I obviously make a commission. So that's really how it all works. And having an email list and building an email list is really the way that you're going to start making some serious money online. So there's more tutorials about little things to do with email marketing in my advanced training down below, a few kind of roadblocks that I hit and how I managed to get over them, some advanced tips and training about automation, about email writing and all of that good stuff, so be sure to check that out. Make sure that you are mastering these beginner tutorials one by one. Don't move on too fast, because review videos themselves, that could take around a month to start seeing results if you're not putting in, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours per day into it and really kind of learning the ropes. So don't move on to email marketing until you've mastered review videos and you've started making a little bit of money from YouTube doing that, because you're going to be wasting money, you're going to be wasting time. Okay, so that's it from this tutorial. Stick around for more tutorials. I'll be adding them as time goes on, and they'll all be put into the first link and the second link down below in the description, depending on how advanced the training is. But be sure to check it out. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you got value from it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.